it's Melanie. Today I have a skincare update video to share with you. So over the last few months, I incorporated a new sort of bunch of skincare items into my routine. I have to admit that my skincare routine is pretty extensive, and I'm always trying new things, incorporating things, maybe switching out some old things for some new things. So to me, my skincare routine is ever evolving. I get a lot of questions on what the routine is, how I use the products, what order. So I did do a skincare routine video, I think it was in the spring maybe. So that's the last official video that I've done. So there's an AM and a PM routine. I'm going to link those videos down below. I always get questions about that. So reference those videos because for the most part, a lot of what I used in those videos, I'm still using. I don't think there's anything that I've taken out of that routine. But I'm always adding in new things and testing new things for you guys. So since I have a little group of products here that I started using a few months ago, I thought it would be a good time to follow up on some of these things and let you know whether I'm still using them, what my thoughts are after using them for a more extended period of time. Because a lot of times when I do a review for you guys, it's after I've used the product from anywhere from a week and a half to 3-4 weeks, somewhere around there. And as you know, most skincare results, like the full results, you can't really see them until you've used a product for 2 to 3 months in some cases. So you really have to be consistent and you have to be diligent with your skincare and do it every single night and every single morning. So my skin, by the way, is extremely oily, and I'm focusing a lot on controlling that oil, obviously, but also anti-aging. I am going to be 38 in November, so for me, getting ahead of aging skin is important to me because I think there's a lot of things that you can do with skincare. You don't always have to take the drastic measure of getting Botox or, injections. I know I'm not opposed to that stuff at all. Not at all. In fact, I have thought quite seriously about potentially getting Botox in my forehead for my expression lines. I also tend to get migraines, and I've heard that Botox can be good for that. I don't know if they would put the Botox injections in the areas where I would want them. I do get the tension headaches, which are kind of like the band around your head. It's just, ugh. If you have that type of migraine, it is absolutely maddening because it feels like your head is going to explode. But anyway, so I'm not opposed to the fillers, the, injectables in any kind of way, but I just don't want to spend the money on that kind of stuff right now. For me, it's more cost effective to sort of head things off before they get to a point where I feel like I should maybe think about getting injectables, if that makes sense. So if you do that, I think that that's great. If you are opposed to that, that's great too. Like I said, there's lots of skincare things out there that can help you either put that stuff off or never have to use it if you don't want to. So let's get started with the thing that I've been using the longest, and this is the Cacay Oil. You guys will probably remember that back in the spring I did a review of this, and then the company also did a giveaway, and a couple of my subscribers were able to try the product. So I hope that they really enjoyed it. I am through half of my first bottle of the Cacay Oil, so I use this quite extensively. I only stopped using it recently because there are 2 new oils that I have been testing, the Marula oil and the Cora's Black Pine oil. So when I'm testing new skincare oils, I will typically stop using some of my other ones just so I can get a sense of what the new oils are doing to my skin. But this one is one that I will absolutely reincorporate into my skincare routine now that I'm kind of through the initial testing phase with some of the newer oils, because you can mix all your oils together. There are specific benefits from each, type of skincare oil out there. And for me, I really love mixing a bunch of different ones together to sort of customize my own unique oil, if that makes sense. So don't be afraid to do that. By the way, people have always asked me, like, what part of the routine does the oil go on your face? For me, it's always the very last step, because I do thinnest product to thickest. And this has the thickest consistency out of all of the products that I personally use in my skincare routine. So you'll have to figure out what the thickest is in yours and then how that compares to an oil in terms of viscosity. And so for me, yeah, oil is usually the very last step, if that makes sense. But I still love this. I still use it. I actually purchased a bottle of it for my mom. And it's a beautiful oil. It's 100% vegan. They don't test on animals, and it's a great product. I will try to remember to link my initial video about this down below. I'm going to try to link a lot of videos in the description box down below so that if you have questions, you can go to the video, get your questions answered, because there's quite a bit of information in there. Okay, so yes, still love this, still intend on using it, and will in all likelihood repurchase that when I finish it. Next up would be the Asterwood Naturals. So this is a video I did a couple months ago, and I'm still using these products religiously. I am actually a little more than halfway through my Matrixyl 3000 Argireline and Vitamin C serum. So they sent me their whole line, but this particular serum has everything, like in terms of individual ingredients, that they sent me. So they sent me just their Matrixyl 3000, they sent me just their Argireline, they sent me just their vitamin C. But this one has all three of those with the addition of hyaluronic acid, which is this guy right here. So all of their serums have the hyaluronic acid base. So that's something good to know. But I love this. I feel like it provides my skin with a lot of clarity. It has helped remove a little bit of darkness that I was seeing in certain areas, and it just has lightened and brightened my face. And I love this. I'm still using it religiously, and I don't see myself stopping. When I run out, I obviously still have all the individual bottles, so I'll just mix those together until I finish them. But they sell giant bottles of this as well, either through their website or on Amazon. So that's really good stuff, you guys. I like it a lot. I'm still using it. I actually like to use their hyaluronic acid. You can see that I'm probably about almost half, maybe like a third of the way through my hyaluronic acid bottle. I like to use this in the morning as a moisturizer around this area of my face, because it's the only area where I tend to get dryness, and it just sinks in immediately. It plumps my skin up, it moisturizes it to the perfect level for my oily skin type. Doesn't make me look greasy throughout the day. It's a beautiful hydrator. It just works extremely well for daytime use for me. So their hyaluronic acid serum, love it. Something I would totally purchase in bulk because it's wonderful. I've used quite a few hyaluronic acid serums, and all of them usually tend to do about the same for my skin. The Paulas Choice has the added ceramides in it, so that has other skincare ingredients within their hyaluronic acid serum. The Joy and Karma was really nice. That is just a basic hyaluronic acid serum, kind of along the lines of this. But I mean, I could really probably go any way that I wanted to with hyaluronic acid. This one tends to be really affordable, so I like that, and it works well for me. So I'm probably going to continue to purchase this guy because it does come in a much larger size. I also sometimes like to use this on the lotion that I'm using on my arms. The arms here in this region is where I suffer from eczema from time to time, and I'll just put a few drops of this in with my body lotion, and I do find that it provides extra hydration. There's no fragrance in this. It honestly feels like jelly water. That sounds weird, but that's what it feels like, and it just sinks right into your skin, hydrates, plumps, great stuff. I feel like I spent a lot of time talking about that, but it's a great skincare line, and I'm still using it. Paulas Choice Resist 10% Niacinamide Booster. If you watched my empties video for the month of August, I already finished my first bottle of this because honestly, I'm overusing it. I really am. I'm putting this all over my face, all over my neck, because the results that I'm seeing from this are incredible. You guys are always telling me that my skin looks bright, it looks clear. My pores look good. My pores look good because of this. This is the game changer for me. Now, there have been some people that have told me that it has irritated their skin. So if you have really sensitive skin, or you know you have a sensitivity to niacinamide, obviously don't use this. It's a really high concentration of niacinamide. 10% is a lot. So I will actually mix this in with this every single night. So I do like 5, 6, 7 drops because I use this all over my face and my neck. So I use quite a bit, and I really work it into my skin. I massage it in, I tap it in. I take my time and I enjoy my little facial every single night. And this has made a huge difference. I love it. I will not ever be without this. If Paulas Choice decides to ever like discontinue it or do away with it, I would buy up whatever stock she had just to be able to continue to use it, because it has been huge for me, you guys. It has legitimately changed the size of my pores. Like, I still have pores, but now they look like a normal person's pores versus like these giant gaping holes that I used to have on my face. I am really prone to blackheads. They're the bane of my existence. And because of that, it has stretched out a lot of my pores to the point where I didn't think they could ever bounce back. The BHA9 from Paulas Choice cleared my blackheads up and has kept my pores clear, but it never really did actually shrink my pores. The niacinamide has actually been shrinking my pores, and the more that I use it, the more that I see amazing results. It's been a couple months now, and I absolutely love that product, you guys. It is expensive, but it is well worth it if that is the problem that you have and you really want to do something about it. They say to use 2 to 3 drops. If you just use this on your face, I imagine this bottle would last you a very long time, and if you followed instructions. I'm not really all that great at following instructions, and I just do my own thing. But I will happily spend the money on this because it works. Obviously, I'm very passionate. Last thing I wanted to update you guys on, and this is something that I've only been using for a few weeks. I finished my bottle of my 1% Paulas Choice retinol. I think it was like 2 months ago now. I honestly can't remember. But I decided not to replace it with the 1% retinol in the purple tube that she has. I decided to just get her 1% retinol booster. So Paulas Choice is big on boosters. They are highly concentrated versions of the product that you mix in with whatever your skincare stuff is already. So I can actually mix these two together, put it on my face. I can mix these two together, put it on my face. I can mix these together, put it on my face. I can mix this with all of these and put it on my face. Doesn't matter how you get it on there, just get it on your skin somehow. Put it in your moisturizer. Pick a product, add it to it. I would probably recommend sticking with using this in the evening. In the evening is when your skin tends to regenerate itself, so that is the best time to put on a retinol. Make sure you're also putting on an SPF every single day when you're using a retinol product, because you're turning your skin cells over much quicker. So that leaves that fresh skin really susceptible to the sun. We're finally going into fall in the Northern Hemisphere, thank God. So it's not quite as dire, but you should still be wearing an SPF spring, summer, fall, winter. Just wear it all the time. But especially in the spring and summer when you're outside a lot more, because this will make your skin a lot more sensitive. Now, this can also cause flaking and drying if you're not used to using a retinol, so you need to ease into this. I would say put 1 pump in with your moisturizer, maybe once every 3 days to start with, and then work your way up to daily. I can use this daily, but I've been using it about 2 to 3 times a week. That's enough for me, and I like it. Retinol really does cause surface cell turnover. Like, you're gonna start noticing it. You may get some flakiness. So just prepare yourself. Obviously, use a good moisturizer to sort of combat the side effects from this. The more you use it though, the less your skin reacts to it in that way. So once you start using a retinol, just keep using it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Because you will then have to kind of go back through that process of getting used to using a retinol. But I don't think I ever showed this in a haul. I don't think I did, but I bought it and I like it, and I think I'm going to stick with this because I can just add it to whatever. It's not that the purple bottle is bad. It's not bad, but this is just the concentrated version of it, and I can use however much I want, and I can put it in with whatever I want, and then good to go. So anyway, those are my updates for you guys on some skincare things that I have incorporated over the last few months. I know that you are probably curious about what I do with a lot of this stuff, especially some of the things that are sent to me. These products here were sent to me by companies. Still using them because I like them. I wouldn't tell you guys about things that I don't like. I hope that you know that. If I do not like a product, I contact the company and I give them an out and I say, look, here's the thing. Don't really like it. Do you want me to talk about it and be constructive with my criticism, or do you just want me to forget that you ever sent it to me? So that has happened in the past where a company was like, oh yeah, no thanks, please don't say anything. I know that that might seem deceiving to you guys, but if I never mention the product, then, to me it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like I probably should say something to you guys, but if I never bring it up in the first place, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I feel bad when companies send me things and I don't like the products, but I'm always honest no matter what. And if companies, most of the time they honestly want me to still do the review, but to obviously provide constructive criticism. So you're never going to see me bashing a product. Even if I buy a product, I don't bash them. Some people think I do with certain videos. They have definitely thought that I've bashed a person or a company, but it's not that. It's just that for me, the product didn't work. I don't think that you have to be aggressive about providing that feedback. I think you can do it in a way where you can say, hey, these are the pros, these are the cons. For me, maybe the cons outweigh the pros, and I wouldn't, probably spend the money on this myself, but for you, might be a totally great product. So, but I always like to give the company the out, because if they're nice enough to send the product to me, and if I don't like it and they don't want me to say anything about it, I'd rather just let it go away, if that makes sense. So, but let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I hope that all of this made sense. Everything that I've been talking about in terms of in-depth videos will be listed down below. Those skincare routine videos will be listed down below. And I'll try to do an updated one maybe in October sometime. So look for that then. And I'll just kind of talk about what I'm using at this point in time. I mean, it kind of does change a little bit seasonally, so that might be a good time to update it for you guys. Thanks for watching. This video is way longer than I wanted it to be. Thanks for listening to me talk, because I can just go on forever. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.